my immense pleasure to welcome you all for an enlightening session on bridging the gap between mind and self as a part of Generic Talk series. We are honored to have Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi, international trainer and yoga rehabilitation expert, a founder of divakarsyoga.com, as our speaker for today. I welcome you, sir. And we
Thank you.
also welcome Sarika ma'am, international yoga trainer, youth service director, Rotary Club of Chennai, Bharati. I welcome you, ma'am. I welcome our beloved head of the department, faculties, and students for this thoughtful session. Today, we'll delve into the potential of yoga in unleashing the power within ourselves. Now, I kindly request our beloved HOD ma'am, Dr. G. Amuda, to extend a warm welcome.
Thank you, Monica ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here.
Happy evening.
Adding to Monica ma'am, most respected chairman sir, most respected vice chairman sir, respected principal sir, head of the departments of R.M.D. Engineering College, academic coordinator madam, faculty members, and my today on the occasion of Yoga Day, which was celebrated on 21st June, we all have gathered here to have a session related to yoga. A warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi, who is an international trainer. And also, Sarika ma'am is joining along with her from his institution. Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi, he's an international trainer and yoga rehabilitation expert. And he's going to deliver the session bridging between the mind and the soul. We welcome you, sir, for today's session. And we welcome all our parents and my dear students, faculty members to this great occasion. I hope we all will be utilizing this opportunity and we all will make a sense of the event, what is being handled today, and we'll be able to bridge the gap between the mind and the soul. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Sri Lakshmi ma'am, Assistant Professor, CSBS Department, to introduce our distinguished speaker.
Good evening to one and all present here. I take immense honor to introduce our guest for today, Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi. Divakar Bala Yogi, sir, is a certified international trainer and yoga therapist. He is a founder of Divakar's Yoga, a digital studio which is situated in Tiruvannamalai, Kuala Lumpur, and USA, and also in Chennai. Divakar Yoga Studio focuses on yoga, meditation, inner transformation, and spiritual awakening program. He has completed his diploma in acupressure. He has done postgraduate diploma in applied yogic science. Sir has completed masters in computer science and PhD in intelligence systems and healthcare related to yogic tools. Divakar Bala Yogi sir strongly believes in the motto, practicing yoga is not a hobby or a habit, it's a way of life to transform oneself. He is currently on a mission to eliminate physiological and psychological problems through modern style of yoga by integrating varied forms of yoga like sports yoga, therapeutic yoga, health yoga, Ashtanga yoga, kids yoga, Kundalini yoga, Hatha yoga, Kriya yoga, medical yoga, and power yoga. He has more than 18 years of teaching experience. He has conducted several workshops in stress relief management for athletes, sports team on a whole, corporate executives, students, teachers, entrepreneurs, and people from various walks of life. He's a specialist in boosting psychoneuroimmunology by applying yoga skills. In the field of sports, he worked with several sports personalities and sports teams like Chennai Spartans Pro Volleyball League and helped them to handle stress, recover from injuries, and give them help them to give their best performance to win matches. Coming to his achievements in corporate world, he has trained more than 300 executives from Salesforce cloud-based companies situated in Dallas, USA. He has conducted self-transformation programs for employees of Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft. He has trained more than 1,000 COVID-19 patients. He has coached and helped several people to become trainers. In regard to this, he has conducted several workshops and training programs to spread awareness about the significance of yoga and its applied science. I also heartily welcome Sarika ma'am, who's an international yoga trainer from Rotary Club of Chennai, who's here to help sir. Over to you, Monica ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi, to share his valuable insights.
Very good evening to one and all present here. And this is Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi. So they have given enough introduction about me. And let's go to the sessions directly. So we belongs to divakarsyoga.com. So we have our own digital studio. So we are running for last 7 years successfully. So I have here Sarika Prakash Kumar, who's Yoga Charini. She is my student and international yoga trainer, also Rotarian, and she's going to join today for some specific tools of implementations as a live practice. So let me go to the slides. So here, before going to the main topic, I would like to clear here. So who's going to get this knowledge and who's going to get this benefits of session? So that's why the reason the first slide, I have a question like whom is going to get the benefit and who's going to get the clarity and how they are going to get the clarity and what tool they're going to get the clarity. Okay. So this session, actually, we are planning to address and covers on providing solutions on challenges of everyday's people's life. For example, in terms of people, it is apt for even professors, politicians, entrepreneurs. If you take executives and vice president, president, and directors, and everybody can get benefit out of this session. In specific, I would like to point out some of the challenges here. A common failures in their everyday activity and the business activity, in their academic and personal relationship, nervousness to approach and to talk to deliver something. Decision-making problems is a biggest problem in daily activity, like they're losing money, they're losing life and getting addicted to different things, and it is giving biggest problem in the life and the family's life too. And addiction, and specifically for the social media, I would like to mention here very clearly about the Instagram post and Facebook, Twitter, and other social media and online gaming. People are getting addicted and they could not able to come out of that resistance. And we are going to address all this with specific tools. And another important problem is selective listening. If you have parents like father and mother, daughter or son, okay, they will listen only with one parent, and another parent they will never listen. So that's one of the biggest problem right now in this era. And not only that, they will have specific friends, and only with specific friends they will keep moving, and they will listen to only to few specific people. And that's one of the challenging environment today's world. There's no social behavior, so that's one of the problem. So these are all the challenges, and how we are going to come out of these problems, which I specified previously. So through this bridging gap between mind, self, and also the body, physical body. So how we can correct this is very simple. Correcting the mind consciously. So through correcting the mind consciously, we can bring the physical body to work efficiently, all the internal organ functions. And also, so when the mind and body connects easily, we can feel the self. So the self will overload and the mind will come down to do a decision making, where the self always realize with the fullest of consciousness and awareness. Okay, so let's go to the main topic. So as I discussed, today's topic is the bridging connection between the mind, self, and body through ancient practice. Ancient practice, everyone knows already. They introduced about me, the yoga master. So yoga is the ultimate technique. So everybody knows about the mind. So here we call it as the mind as astral body, which is the complete consciousness. So it's nothing but it always pervasive, omnipresent, and omniscient. So everyone know very well about it. Presence everywhere and understand anything, and very clear. That's called the mind. And the body is nothing but the physical body. Everybody knows the head to toe, which works primarily with the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The self is the soul which exists, bridging the gap between the mind and brain is the soul. Okay, when the soul is present inside the body, the body is alive and the mind is alive if the soul is not present, which is energy. The energy is absent, the body is also absent. So, which means that the soul determines the development of next life. Next life means next phase of life. So when we die, the spiritual body, the soul takes a new physical body, a new mind. So this process is called reincarnation. So many people doesn't know about it, and we don't need to go more deeper into that, and we'll shift to the next concept of practical exposure. So this is the one of the connection, a mind, a body, and soul. The spirit, I have mentioned here, soul is nothing but the spirit. The self is also spirit, where it has a spiritual body, connection between the mind and body. So it is called as a spiritual body. So I can call it as self also here, and soul also. So which one connects here? All these three bodies, yoga. This ancient practice is wonderful, and it will create lots of impact in everyone's life. And let me go to the next slide. And now there is a bigger impact of physical body through disturbed mind. Mind itself a consciousness. So many people got affected with this disturbed mind. So one example I have taken here is called stress. So how does the stress respond to the physical body? How does it react from the brain? That is very important here. Everyone should understand. So the brain will affect towards to the stress response, and it will collapse the whole endocrine systems. The father of endocrine system is pituitary gland. You know what will happen? The pituitary gland will not be balanced because of the stress. Because when you are stressed, you will have elevated heartbeat rate, elevated blood pressure. You will have a sympathetic activity running inside your system. So you will be feeling sweat. You will feel unbalanced. So you will not expose from the brain directly towards any concept, individual concept. So that's how it works. So when the pituitary gland is not at all responding, too much of chemical reactions, imbalance will happen. For example, let me give you one good example with cortisol hormone and adrenaline from the adrenal gland. So this cortisol hormone and adrenaline, if it fluctuates from its working conditions, it will spread towards the bloodstreams. When it is imbalanced, you will have organ failure for sure. So out of which some of the examples I can tell you, if you are undergoing with digestion problem, you have a disturbed mind. If you have a vision problem, 100% you have a disturbed mind over the social media and engage with the digitalized world. And if you have accelerated heart rate, if it is responded like that, 100% you have a disturbed mind. And fast breathing, breathlessness, okay? There is no passive inhale and exhale. Even if you try active inhale, the body will not respond, the lungs will not respond, which means it is called as a disturbed mind. Sweating, too much of sweating, unusual sweating is also called disturbed mind. Sweating will decrease your salt level. So what will happen? Lowers the blood sugar and blood pressure. So you will have other organ failure too. Increased blood pressure is the same as. And another important thing, if you have a disturbed mind, you will have for sure the liver problem, like fatty liver issues. Okay, so these are all common problems because of this impacts of disturbed mind, and how we are going to overcome from this disturbed mind. And we are going to see a live session here with a practical exposure. Let me go to the next slide. So to come out of this breathing difficulty and breathing issues, in specific what I explained in the previous session about the lungs problem, right? So I have mentioned here the breathing patterns and its impact. So everyone knows very well about what is breathing patterns. So many people doesn't know how does the breathing works actually. So the breathing in actually takes from the nose, and breathe out also through the nose. And there is another important sources through the mouth also. You can breathing in and breathing out too. So whenever you are in a confused state, just sit in a relaxed posture. Whenever you are having a problem in decision making, just relax, sit, watch your breathe in, breathe out, which means that it directly impacts the mind, where it reduces the thought challenges, the thought fighting between each other. Okay, so when that neutralizes, it will slow down the mind actions so that you can breathe enormously with the inhale and exhale concept. So many people don't have awareness about, that's why I'm giving you now hands-on session about the breathing in, breathing out. Please, all together, let's place your palms like this towards the ceiling, upward, towards the upward position. Hands on your thighs or on the table is also fine, and sit in a relaxed shoulders and completely spine in a erect position. Let me count 5 seconds for inhale, 3 seconds for holding the breath, and again 5 seconds for exhalation. Okay, let's go deeply into the practice. Now, everybody sit straight, close your eyes. Now, I'm going to give the count for you. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. Now, exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath slowly. Keep your eyes closed. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Now, again, another 2 more rounds. Come on, all together. Sit straight comfortably. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one more time. Get ready. Come on. All together. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. See, how are you feeling? Immediate after the breathing, there is some neutrality. Why it is happening actually? Because of the brain. So when you inhale, the amount of oxygen being pumped inside the lungs. So the lungs distributes the oxygenated blood over the brain. The brain thinks clearly. So improved level of oxygen in your brain, it increases the oxygen supply all over the body too. So got it? So this deep breathing technique, whenever you are aware about any problems, decision-making problems, or any other challenges in your personal relationship or in your college or in your company, so you just try to enhance the boosting level of oxygen through this deep breathing technique. So this is the model and practicing techniques of breathing patterns. So this is one of the important tool in our yogic school. So let me go to the next session. So mindfulness meditation. So everybody knows very well about the meditations. Everybody talks about meditation. Just close your eyes, sit, relax. It is very simple actually. It is not too much complicated. Because of this complication, people explains about, technical word. People not aware about the meditation. This mindfulness meditation is very simple. One thing I would like to tell you, doesn't belong to any religion or cult. You can do anywhere in sitting and standing posture also. It is not required to do, chant Om. I mean, people have ever like Om and I do chant, people will laugh and they will feel uncomfortable. So it's not like that. It's not taking you too much of time. It's not complicated too. It's very easy. And now today, we are going to bring that experience to you in person. If you do the mindfulness meditation, I would like to give you some of the benefits. It will reduce the stress level. So if it reduces the stress level, what will happen? The endocrine glands, the pituitary gland, specifically the cortisol stress hormone and adrenaline, this all will be regulated, balanced to work according how you want, so that It will work according how you want through this mindfulness meditation, which means that bridging the gap. Now I will bring it here. So the mind and the body will have a strong conjunction to execute whatever the process you want to do. And also, another important thing is it will boost the immune system. It can boost the memory too. So you will have multiple access of memory. You can schedule according how you want. Even a very, very strong problem which you cannot solve, you can break into small and you can provide the solutions very easily. And also, people are getting addicted towards different actions like alcohol and social media, also kind of addiction, gadgets, and even small children in your house also, getting addicted towards the gadgets. So if you teach them, sit quietly with the breathe in breathe out, they will forget the gadgets for sure. And I have that experience with my students too. And more than this, people who are studying, who are working, and who are as who are working as a homemaker in the house also, getting depressed because of that work schedule, and they don't know how to split and solve the problem in any situations. So that will lead to depression and anxiety, which is very, very high level of disease in the physical body. That will completely drop down your all the internal organs working conditions. So when you do this mindfulness meditation process, you can come out of all these problems. So now let's go to the practical explanation and exposure. My beloved trainer Yogacharani Sarika Prakash Kumar is going to teach you, as she is expert in this guided meditation. Let's welcome her, and please let me hand over to this mindfulness guided meditation to Sarika ma'am. Yeah, can you please?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Please begin. Thank you.
Hi, this is Sarika Prakash Kumar, international trainer from Divakar's Yoga. Let's do this mindfulness connect with this body and self through the deep meditative techniques. Let's begin. I want everyone to try on this practice. I'm sure this practice will bring changes in your life. Let's start. Find a good spot in your home, ideally where there isn't too much clutter and you can find some quiet. Leave the lights on or sit in natural light. You can even sit outside if you like, but choose a place with little distraction. This practice can be used as the beginning stage of a period of meditation or simply as something to do for a minute, maybe to stabilize yourself and find a moment of relaxation before going back into the schedule. If you have injuries or other physical difficulties, you may modify this practice to suit your situation. Get ready for the session. I request everyone to sit in a comfortable position. Before we start, let's begin. Take your seat, whatever you're sitting on, a chair, a meditation cushion, a park bench. Find a spot that gives you a suitable, solid seat, not perching or hanging back. Notice what your legs are doing. If on a cushion on a floor, cross your legs comfortably in front of you. If you're already in some kind of seating yoga posture, go ahead. If on a chair, it's good if the bottoms of your feet are touching on the floor. Straighten but not stiffen. your upper body. The spine has not natural curvature. Let it be there. Your head and shoulders can comfortably rest on top of your vertebra. Situate your upper arms parallel to your upper body. Then let your hands drop onto the top of your legs with your upper arms at your sides. Your hands will land in the right spot. Too forward will make you hunch. Too backward will make you stiff. You're, turn, you're tuning the turnings of your body, not too tight and not too loose. Drop your chin a little. Let your gaze fall gently downward. You may let your eyelids lower. If you feel the need, you may lower them completely, but it's not necessary to close your eyes when meditating. You can simply let what happens before your eyes be there without focusing on it. Be there for few minutes. Relax. Bring your attention to your breath or the sensations in your body. Feel your breath, or some say follow it as it goes out and as it comes in. Either way, draw your attention to your physical sensation of breathing. The air moving through your nose or mouth, the rising and falling of your belly or your chest. Choose your focal point. And with each breath, you can mentally note breathing in and breathing out. Let's do this breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inevitably, your attention will leave the breath and wander to other places. Don't worry. There is no need to block or eliminate thinking. When you get around to notice your mind wandering, in few seconds, in a minute, in 5 seconds, gently return to your attention to the breathing. Let me give you few instructions. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Practice pausing before making any physical adjustments, such as moving your body or scratching an itch. With intention, shift a moment you choose, allowing space between what you experience and what you choose to do. You may find your mind wandering constantly. It's normal too. Instead of wrestling with or engaging with those thoughts as much, maintain and focus on your breathing. Practice observing without needing to react. Just sit and pay attention. As hard as it is to maintain, that's all there. Come back and over again without judging and expectation. I will give you 2 minutes to do the same practice on your own. I'm not going to talk anything. Just watch your breathe in and breathe out. When you are ready, gently lift your gaze. If your eyes are closed, open them. Take a moment and notice any sounds in the environment. Notice how your body feels right now. Notice your thoughts and emotions. Pause for a moment. Decide how you would like to continue with your day. That's it. That is the practice. It's often said that it's very simple, but it's not necessarily easy. The work is to just keep doing it. The results will be enormous. Hope everyone liked the session. Keep working with the transformation practice. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I will hand over the session to Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi.
Fantastic guideline practice, Harika ma'am. Thanks a lot for your wonderful guided meditation live session. Hope everybody is feeling the calmness right now. And now, slowly, as ma'am stated, slowly rub your palms if you want to, become more activate. Rub your palms. Just apply it on your eyes and blink the eyes to, increase the heat energy on your eyes so that you will become active. The brain becomes active. Let me go to the next slide. Okay.
Divakar sir?
Yeah, I couldn't move the slide actually. That's why.
Otherwise, you can reshare it.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Can you see that slide again?
Yes, sir.
It's not working actually. Yeah. So now let me. So how Sarika ma'am explained the step-by-step process of bringing your body, your mind, and the conjunction of mind and body in this mindfulness practice. Naturally, what will happen? Which one comes up, pops up? The self-awareness will pops up. So that's how the self will dominate the mind here. So hope everybody will practice this every day, morning at least, evening at least, like sit comfortably for 5 to 6 minutes and try to come out of all your problems by transforming yourself. So some of the benefits of this mindfulness guided meditation I have mentioned here. So let me just give you some clarity on it. Like it improves brain capacity, it lowers the stress level and lungs capacity increase, blood pressure balancing and other sugar level too will improve. And most important thing is it calms the mind so that you can live the life very consciously with fullest of awareness. It always increases the self-awareness. It will balance your whole body. These are all some of the important benefits. And let me move to the next slide. And from where I learned and from where we derived all these concepts, today's modern world, I made it like a short tool. In the name of tool, I'm teaching all over the world. But from where I derived all this, from the ancient scriptures, from our ancient sages. So out of which I I will always choose this four paths of yoga. This four paths of yoga makes any human in a very peaceful state. So suppose if you want to go little advanced from that mindfulness state, okay, you can start practicing like this: Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga is nothing but yoga of self-service. Whatever you do without having the selfishness, without having the self-awareness, you should do the duty with a complete involvement and dedication. And Bhakti Yoga is nothing but the path of love and devotion towards the God, like japa, mantra, etc. And Jnana Yoga is nothing but the path of knowledge, where you can learn step-by-step process of, correcting the posture, practicing the asanas, learning the proper pranayama technique, and then bringing your outward reach towards the meditation practice, advanced level of practice. And Raja Yoga comes under the meditation, advanced level of meditation. So anything you can choose to become more advanced from this level. So already I taught the breathing pattern technique, and Sarika ma'am taught you well with the mindfulness guided meditation. So anything you can choose out of it. So this four paths of yoga is very important to know everybody, to come out of all the problems, and you can transform well, as I said, bridging the mind, body with the self. So that's it. And the same thing what I discussed, I have mentioned in the next slide. So obviously people who follows this, all the techniques will attain the enlightenment and self-realizations. This slide is regarding that. So thanks for the opportunity once again. And in specifically, I would like to conclude here by conveying my thanks, sincere thanks to Yogacharmi Sarika Prakash Kumar for joining the session and coordinating with me, and Dr. Amuda, Dr. Monica ma'am, Dr. Jaikumar sir, and Dr. Deepika ma'am, Sri Lakshmi ma'am, everybody. And thanks to the whole institution, R.M.D. Engineering College. As an alumni, I really proud to be here to give my valuable thoughts and insights on this topic. Thanks a lot once again to the chairman and vice chairman, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
The session was actually, I have one question, Divakar sir.
Please go ahead.
Actually, when we are doing the meditation, for example, at the first time you're not able to realize it. Actually, by regular practice, it will come, or what is it?
Actually, sitting quiet itself a small meditation. But nowadays, people going to the temple, worshiping, the mind is a culprit actually. It's a drunken monkey. It will always jump from one branch to another branch, like one thoughts to the another thought process. So you will never have the idea of sitting idle and doing some calmness process, because brain is always active. The reason is because the brain always work in beta state. So there are four states of brain activity: beta, alpha, delta, and theta. So delta and theta is the deep sleep state. Beta is always active, more active consciousness. Always numerous number of thoughts will have the collision, fight between each other. But whereas the alpha state is very important. When you do this mindfulness, this guided, very easy technique for 5 minutes, your brain wave will shift from the beta to the alpha. So when you shift to the alpha, whatever you want to focus and concentrate, you can be on the life, so that the self will overtake the mind. Simple. Here, practicing regularly only is a choice where you can come out of one small, benefit that you can give it to the body, to calm down first. You remember in our ancient practice, people who are very much anger, in our old days, they will give water. Please drink the water and then go outside. Suppose if we are falling down by hitting somewhere on the legs, they will give water and then they will go. They will allow us to go outside. Otherwise, they will not allow us. Reason is because the mind fluctuates, it clutters. So to avoid that, so instantly increasing the oxygen supply through the water. What is the formula of water? H2O. So that water increases the brain oxygen supply. So it boosts the thinking ability. So the mind calms down. To calm down the mind, people have different techniques, like this giving water. They will ask us not to talk, what louder, positive talk like that. So that's what. So consistent practice will give you a fantastic result.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I hope all will be doing the regularly meditation, our students, and they'll get benefit out of it. Can carry on, Monica, ma'am.
Thank you, Divakar sir and Sarika ma'am, for this wonderful session. Now I request our HOD ma'am to propose the vote of thanks.
Um, Good evening to one and all present here. I think this 45 to 50 minutes we all were in silent and we were meditating. I hope the session is useful for each one and every one of us. It's given me an immense pleasure to propose a vote of thanks in this today's occasion on behalf of R.M.D. Engineering College, management members, Chairman sir, Vice Chairman sir, Principal sir, HODs, faculty members, Dean sir, and my dear students. We wholeheartedly thank Dr. Divakar Bala Yogi and Sarika ma'am for today's session. Practical exposure which is being given for breathing exercise. When we are doing that inhale and exhale, actually we will be doing it regularly, but we are not noticing it when we are inhaling and when we are exhaling. So when we are noticing it, it gives a different feeling. So thank you, Dr. Divakar sir, for explaining about that. And we also had a mindfulness meditation session which was handled by Sarika ma'am, and she was giving step by step. So, which means that when we are meditating and we are remaining in silent and when we are able to recognize what is happening in the environment, it will help us to move ahead in any activity, whatever we are doing it. Thank you, ma'am. So thank you one and all for attending this session. All have joined in YouTube, all have joined in Zoom link. We thank you one and all for joining this session. And last but not the least, we thank all our department students and all our college students for this generic talk series. Special thanks to our management, Chairman sir and Vice Chairman sir, Principal sir, for giving us an opportunity to conduct this session for our students and faculty members. Thank you one and all present here. Thank you, Divakar sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation and being with us.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Sarika
Thank you,
ma'am.
everyone.
And special thanks to Monica ma'am for comparing and Sri Lakshmi ma'am for introducing the guests. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Divakar sir. Thank you, Sarika ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.